This one is, am I the astronaut for getting petty revenge? Oh, are we going to get to use this? I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. It's been a minute. Petty confetti. It's ready. There will be some details left out to keep this short and sweet. A few years back, a woman who my husband grew up with began messaging him on Facebook. He ignored the first few attempts until a mutual friend of theirs messaged him telling him that this person's name was trying to get in touch with him and he should message her back. He isn't really the chatty type, but ended up replying to one of her messages shortly after this. They caught up on what they had been up to over the years. She now lived a few states away. She quickly got right into the real reason she was reaching out to him. Apparently, she always had a big crush on him. She began flirting, saying and sending inappropriate messages and pictures of herself to him. When I saw them, it was on. She knew he was married. What she didn't know is that I'm a little crazy and very petty. She thought she was safe because she lived in another state. Nay, nay. Little did she know she had effed around and was about to find out. Of course, I called her to let her have it. She hung up like a coward. So, since I couldn't say what I needed to say to her, I did the next best thing. I decided I needed to tell her husband. Yes, she was married with 2 little kids. Mother and wife of the year material faux show. I am a self-proclaimed internet detective. Her first mistake after the fact was not blocking me on Facebook. Her profile was public, which made it very easy for me to find her husband. I slid into his DMs, but not the same way she slid into my husband's DMs. My only goal was revenge. Insert evil villain laugh here. While we satisfy that requirement, that's going to be fun for the edit. His profile was also public, and lucky for me, his About Me section was filled with all kinds of helpful details, like his place of work. He hadn't seen my message. I figured that since we weren't friends and had no mutual friends, it was probably sent to the message requests. That's fine. I will try another way. I Googled his workplace and called him at his office directly. We had a nice conversation. I let him know what his wife was up to while he was at work, making money to provide for her and their family. He told me how she has never worked more than a part-time job a few hours here and there, and that it was not the first time she had done this to him, and that this was the last time she would ever be able to do it to him again. He was done. I offered to send him screenshots I had taken. He gave me his cell phone number. I sent him everything I had. He did give me an update shortly after. All of this unfolded right before Christmas. They had plans to go buy a Christmas tree when he got home from work. He told me he went home and stuck to that plan. He basically told her something like, let's pick out a good one since it'll be our last Christmas as a family. She didn't see that coming. She was confused until he showed her the screenshots and told her that I called him at his office to let him know. Me, boom. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Mic drop. Whether or not she intended to be a homewrecker or just wanted to be a sneaky bee and hoped to never get caught, the home she wrecked was her own. I simply helped expedite the inevitable process. Her husband was honestly such a nice guy. We became Facebook friends and stayed in touch for a while. As I'm writing this, I decided to check in on his Facebook page and it looks like he has upgraded. He remarried and the woman in his pictures is much prettier than his first wife. I could not be happier for him and I wish him the very best. Thanks for reading my tale of petty events. Let me know if I made it on the ASCON scale. Hell no. Hell no. NTA, not the asshole for this. And also an extra round of petty confetti here. Way to go. Way to go, OP. Way to go, OP. Also, props to your hubby for being like completely transparent with you and like this is what's going on and just letting you know up front instead of being like, yes, I'm just going to ignore it. And then when they keep trying to get in touch with you, just keeping ignoring it and not saying anything about it. That's something you needed to know. It's really weird because whenever it was like another friend reached out and was like, hey, this person's really trying to get in touch with you. You should get back with them. The only reason I could think of that they had done that is if it was something serious, something not stupid like this, unless she badgered them into just giving up and saying, yes, I'll reach out and tell them to contact you. Just leave me alone. That makes sense. And hopefully that was the case. And hopefully his friend didn't sell him out knowing that she was going to do some weird shit like this. But OP did it right here. Capturing evidence, reaching out and letting the other spouse know they had a right to know. Rent came due on that shit. Nice work. I'm a fan of that.